Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here with another beautiful pepper. This one is called a pineapple rocoto. And I just got back from Austin, Texas yesterday, so I wanted to talk a little bit first about how the spam contest went, because some of you probably saw my spam eating practice on Saturday, which didn't go as well as I would have liked, but maybe as well as I could have expected, because it's just straight up spam out of the can. So anyway, the contest went well, I think, overall. I did take my daughter with me because there was a very good chance, and it did happen, that we were gonna get to see Billy Joel for free afterwards, which we did. So I took her with me. We got to hang out with my wonderful friend Jocelyn, who was also in the contest, and got to see all sorts of great people. Mickey Sudo and Nick Weary and their baby Max. Isabeau actually got to watch their son during the contest, which she absolutely adored. It was one of her favorite parts of the trip. Got to see George Chigger, Gideon Oji, Jeff Esper, Greg Wilson, Moose. Who am I missing? I'm missing people. Hold on, I'll get my phone. Oh my gosh, how could I forget? I actually ate next to Badlands Booker, which was super fun. He did a rap, per usual, as part of his introduction, which is always a crowd pleaser. People absolutely love Badlands, and super famous YouTuber. My kids aren't even into competitive eating and they know who he is. Isabeau got to sing some Billy Joel with him backstage, so that was fun for her. Who else am I missing? Okay, I mentioned Jeff, Nick, Gideon, Mickey, George, Greg, me, Jocelyn, Moose, Badlands. That was it. I just forgot Badlands, which is crazy. Anyway, I can't believe I forgot Badlands. He's one of my favorite people. He is just as sweet as he seems in his videos, and Izzy was super excited to meet him. So yeah, based on who was showing up, I knew I probably wasn't gonna place in the money. There's very little chance of that. I placed 7th out of 10, which actually should have been lower, but Badlands disqualified, which I will get to. So how did the contest go? One, I went into it with a pinched nerve in my right arm, so I couldn't properly like open or close this hand. So initially I was gonna wear gloves while eating this. I've never done that before during a contest, but Jocelyn thought it might help. She tried helping me put the gloves on, couldn't do it. So I just ate with my bare hands, which was fine. First bite, took a huge bite. Crowd was awesome. I was super pumped. I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna eat super fast. We're gonna eat so much spam. First chunk lodged in my throat. And I'm standing there thinking like, okay, it's okay. Sometimes like the food's slow to go down. Just like keep trying to swallow. It's gonna go down. It wasn't. So I realized like I probably should get help now before this becomes like a crazy medical emergency in front of all of these people. So I turn around to the counter slash helper that's waiting to put more spam on the table behind me, and I put my hand on my throat like this. Universal sign for choking, right? Doesn't understand what I'm trying to sign to him. So I keep doing this, and finally he realizes, oh shoot, she needs the EMTs. So he points to where they're at in the corner, like at the far end of the stage. So I just hurriedly like walk over there, speed walk over there. So I go to these two female EMTs. I don't know why I'm stating that they're female, but it's kind of funny if you listen to the rest of the story. So I do the same sign and they just stare at me. It feels like they're staring at me for way too long for an EMT. Finally, like it dawns on them, this woman's choking. They ask me if I need help. I nod, yes I do. They're like, okay. They're about to go in to do back blows and abdominal thrusts. I'm assuming that's what I'm trained to do. I'm sure they're trained to do the same. And all of a sudden it comes up back into my mouth. Gross, sorry. I should probably put some sort of warning in the description of this. So it comes back into my mouth and I'm like, They're like, are you okay? And I'm like, And the one woman goes, then get back in there. So I run all the way back to my place on the stage and I keep eating. So long story short, I ended up eating 3 cans, which is more than I ate during practice. And I think given like the huge misstep, scary incident at the beginning of the contest, kind of impressive. I was proud of myself. Badlands DQ'd, not because he reversed, but at the very end of the contest, his last bite, he was so over it, he spit the rest of the food in the cup and he said, F this, DQ me. So, which I've never heard Badlands speak like that before. Yeah. So, interesting contest. We got to see Billy Joel afterwards, and it was an all-around good time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I went. Okay, so let's get into the pepper. As I mentioned before, this is the pineapple ricotta, and I wanted to tell that story because there's not much that I could actually find about this pepper online. So all I could really find about it was from Jimmy's website. It's a very sweet pepper, as I understand it. It's supposed to have a hint of pineapple, hence the name. And I did find a website that claims the Scoville is anywhere from 30,000 to 100,000. So we'll see. And I did notice in pictures that the seeds are black, which I can see. You'll see it came to me very ripe. The stem had already popped off of it when I got it, but it's still nice and firm. Should be tasty. So I think I can, if I'm careful about this, I can just cut the core with the pod, or with the seed pod right out, because it already fell off of the stem. Oh! Okay, I got some juice in my eye, but I think I'm all right. That's frightening. Okay, so you can see the black seeds. We're just gonna cut this little section out. Nice. And then that's our pepper. And you can see there's some coloration in there. And based on the firmness, I don't think that's because it's overly ripe. I think that's from the seeds, genuinely. Yeah, still a good pepper. Okay. Doesn't smell too bad, and like I said, I got juice in my eye and it didn't kill me, so I think we're safe. I got a little tingle to it. That is very fruity. The heat's building. Oh. I got some closer to the top where the scent is at. Ooh. There's the heat. Definitely an enjoyable level though. I like this pepper. It is much hotter towards the top though. Heat's still climbing. All right. Ooh. Wow. Amazing flavor. I am surprised at the level of heat that delivers with such a good flavor. I've said this with many of the peppers I've reviewed so far this year, but oftentimes I find that you're trading out the heat for the flavor. So the hotter the pepper, the more likely it is it's not gonna taste that great to me, at least to me. That is delicious. It has, because of the size of the pepper, I think it has a sizable burn. My whole mouth is coated. I can feel it in my throat. My belly already feels a little bit warm, and I did have lunch. The top of that pepper, the bottom was a totally different experience, but the top of that pepper is probably comparable to a lot of the store-bought habaneros I bought in. I know I compare everything to that, but I do that for a very good reason. It's because store-bought habaneros are a pepper a lot of people have access to. Typically, it's the hottest thing that you can buy in most grocery stores. That's why I say that. Wow. All right. All right. Well, definitely recommend this pepper. Would be great in salads, great in pastas. It's, again, because the fruity flavor, it's like some of the other pods we've tried this year. Really, really tasty, like the mini bell peppers that you buy at the grocery. But it's delivering that heat. So you're getting the flavor and the heat. So the way you would use those, if you're chili head, you want to add some extra heat, and just add this pepper. So again, it's the pineapple ricotta. In the description, you can find the link to Jimmy Pickles Pepper Company, where you can order these beautiful black seeds, grow your own peppers, and you can also check out Jimmy's YouTube channel. Yup. All right. Well, thanks for joining me again today, guys. I'm Katie Prettyman, the world's okayest competitive eater. And I definitely proved that to myself again this weekend. I'm okay. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. All right, bye.